What is going on, everybody? It's your man here with a little pirate update. The news is really about Bitcoin today, but I care about my privacy coins, most specifically Pirate. Why is a story we'll get into another time potentially. But for all of you who are holding onto Pirate and seeing it dance around this $2 level, well, I'd like to share my thoughts on the subject. So it looked like, and this is on the daily Pirate chain against Tether, we had a push down below this $2 level all the way down to $1.75. We had some activity down here, pushing, trying to hold that down there. Previously we had, it was at that $2 level, the 190 $2 level there. It pushed down, dipped below it. We popped back up a few days ago. On this candle here during this day, well, we had our doji here, indecision, are we going up, are we going down? Then we had some buying occur during this day on the 2nd November, all the way up to $2.08, and then significant profit taking, or pushing it back down, but then we held at that 1.9. We opened, we dipped down a little, and we broke up through the $2 up to $2.15 or so, and that's where we closed, all the way up to $2.25, $2.30. And then profit was taken down to $2.15. We had a doji, some indecision, and then a bit of a dump. I actually sold some right here. I'm not gonna lie. I sold some in here, but as it dipped back down, I hopped back in. Below this this 2 level, I thought it was a great place, and so did many others. It dipped down on the 6th of November. We dipped down all the way back down to $1.75, and lots of buying occurred. Indecision, lots of buying occurred, and pushed back down, lots of buying occurred, and then here we are today for the 9th of November. Also, what's significant about today is, well, so just looking at this without even looking at market cipher B, we can see that an argument could be made that this was a higher low. I mean, it's not the strongest, of course, it's really not, but we do have price coming, pushing down, breaking up above, pushing back down, and recovering back to about that $2 level. So will we hold it and then head on up? It's a good question. As far as divergences go, you could make the case that this is forming, but past this 60 line here is, once we start getting out of there, it's a little gray. What I'd like to see is these momentum waves not hitting this 60. I'd like to see a trigger wave at least a couple. We have these deep anchor waves here, um, with money flow increasing. But on this chart, we don't have quite enough data to make a good estimate on what the rate of the money flow increasing is, and where we can extrapolate to where it crossing over into the green would be. But based on this limited amount of data, that's what we have. I mean, that's what I drew it at 27 November, just a couple days after Thanksgiving. That's what I have it drawn at, crossing over into positive money flow. It could happen sooner, it might not happen for a while, but as long as the fundamentals of Pirate are okay, then the project will do okay, and we'll see an ascension. However, this green dot is why I wanted to make the video, excuse me, because if this guy holds, and this is on for the 9th of November, this is for tomorrow, if this holds, then that would be a little tiny trigger wave coming up, a little tiny to the downside and a little tiny to the upside, maybe like some indecision here, which way are we going to go? And but with money flow increasing, that's a little stronger of an indicator to me that that interest is coming into the asset, and people are getting interested in it again, and we've potentially hit a bottom here, and we're looking towards exploring the price upwards again. So if that guy holds, that's a good sign in my book. And where we could go from there is anybody's guess. All-time highs are, you know, I actually had a different chart that, and for some reason I could not find it. It was showing it was Pirate against dollar, and I don't know why TradingView isn't showing it to me, but the only thing I could pull up is against Tether for KuCoin, and the data for that is at like $5, and we know there were waves before this that went all the way up to, shoot, I think it was 16, and so I know there's data beyond this. I just don't know why I can't pull it up on TradingView. Maybe someone else knows, but that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing here. We had this push down, tried to push a little lower, a little lower. Are we going to see a little bit of a rise here? It's totally possible. And I would like to be able to look at that other chart. I don't know why I can't find that thing, but a little bit of an increase. How much? I don't know, but it looks like it looks like at least there's a little bit of interest coming back into the asset, and who knows? But the privacy coins kind of behave a little differently than, you know, everything that's listed on Binance and Coinbase. Once stuff gets listed on there, I mean, shoot, you know, your buddy from high school is gonna buy it. But you know, like these ones that everybody can get access to, how the privacy coins fit in with everything, I'm not totally sure, but I am very optimistic about their use case moving forward for the sake of liberty and freedom, which is something that's very important to me. And just to go off on a little tangent here, I do believe in the system, in that we have the ability to move through the system, move through the court system, but it does take a lot of time, and during that time, um, a lot of damage can occur. There are, I mean, we have abuse of office. We have laws against abuse of office for a reason, because our government, the public servants, our government, the people that occupy these offices are still human. They're subject to emotion, and they're subject to greed and fear and envy like the rest of us. But they occupy this position in the system. And so since they're not computers, they're not perfect. So we have these rules, and using these rules is actually something that I think is very important that people know, but that's an entirely different topic. However, I see the importance of privacy coins in order to protect one's ability to purchase. It's their power. It's your power. It's to protect your power in case the crap hits the fan. Really. This is the way I look at it. Let's say all of a sudden they make an emergency law, emergency regulation on the big exchanges. I mean, they're definitely looking at it. They're definitely flirting with it. We know where this is going. The more power that goes into cryptocurrencies, currencies that are not centralized, the greater the aggression from those who do control the flow of the money. And if it gets to a point where they need to use any means necessary to control, then they will. So how do you preserve your wealth moving through that? Well, privacy coins. It's an obscured blockchain. At least Pirate Chain is. Monero is privacy by, it could be anybody's guess to who you're transacting with. You send a transaction to another wallet, and ring signatures make it look, and the more people that use Monero, also it gets more difficult to identify where the transaction's going, who's sending it to who, which is great. But I like Pirate Chain. I like both of them. I like all the privacy chain coins because they serve a specific use for liberty and freedom. Defense. I mean, it's kind of like the Second Amendment in a way. I mean, that amendment's not written to protect oneself against their neighbor. That amendment is written in there in order to allow the people to preserve their power. It's power. The power is granted to the government from the people. It's important that we are able to retain our power despite a tyrannical government, and that's where privacy coins come in. And so we're seeing this, big rally here. I hope this tangent didn't totally, turn you off of what you want to see. Of course, you can always just, tune out if you want. But that's why it's a long-term thing for me. The privacy coins is that, and I think there's a reason why they're not listed on the big exchanges. You can get everything else though, and of course there's huge gains there. And I'm not, if you're trying to get huge gains off of Pirate Chain right now, Your bet is probably in a better bet is probably in something else that's listed on Coinbase or something. But if you are holding a significant amount of this, or you're just interested in this asset and you want to see it do well, you want to see it get some attention, then that's probably why you're here. And that's why I pay attention to it, because this chart tells me what the interest is in this asset. The better it does, the more confident I am. So I do like to keep my eye on it to make sure that everything's all right. So yeah, think about it in a longer term perspective than just, am I gonna see $16 tomorrow? Because you're probably not. But there's a good chance here that we're gonna see a little rise in action, especially when, at least for me, when I look at this with Bitcoin here sitting at 67,555, just pinned, making this doji. But we have this huge momentum to the upside. It's and we're testing this high here, this all-time high. We've broken above it, and we're just getting ready. I think we're getting ready to see almost like just let her rip. Just let her go. Let's see where she goes, and then that's when everybody start hopping in, going, oh, I don't want to miss out, and then the FOMO is in there, and that's where, it takes skill and restraint in order to properly increase your wealth and allow yourself to re-enter in at a lower price by, unfortunately, it's just the reality of the situation, by taking advantage of others' fear, really. When other people start to get greedy, and the people that aren't even in this, don't even follow crypto, start to pile in and start buying up. They hear Michael Saylor talking about 150 by the end of the year, and they have this number of 100K imprinted in their minds, and they see a $75,000 Bitcoin, and they think that's a good price, and then just boom, 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 keeps piling up. When you feel that, that's when okay, there's a lot of greed in the market, and it's going to saturate everything, and everybody's going to want a piece. And so it's your job to identify that and take advantage of it. Your skill is the skill to be calm while everybody else is panicking or stampeding into Walmart, stomping over other people to get a piece of Bitcoin or whatever it is. That's your job. And if you can do that, then you will succeed. It's a bit long of a video. I ranted a bit. But it's my channel, and I can do what I want. I hope y'all have a great week, a great weekend, and a great Thanksgiving, for sure. It's November. Stuff is popping in the crypto markets. Make sure to take some profits so you got some extra cash for Christmas. Just make sure you're taken care of. That's it. That's the name of the game. Think about it long term. Take out what you can, and then keep adding to it, and then get after, another source of income. Just Do good. Really what you want is you want to be okay, right? And you want to ensure that you're going to be okay moving forward. But dude, I can guarantee you're going to be okay if you can control yourself. If you can control yourself and hold yourself with dignity and respect at most times, and you have a good gauge on your emotional state, and you're disciplined with your emotion, and you're disciplined with your life, then you're gonna do okay. Why? Because everybody else is not. They're not. It's just that's the reality of the situation. Like, um, if we had a different system, it would be a lot better. But our system is kind of set up to you know you got to be smart. You got to control yourself. You gotta pass the test, right? So pass the test. Do good. You're gonna be okay if you make sure to you take a little bit off the table on the way up. If you only got a little bit of cash and you're trying to um, you know make it rich off of it, hey, there's a chance you will, really. But there's a chance to blow it anyway. All right, that's enough. That's enough ranting. That's enough ranting for tonight. Have a great Thanksgiving again. Um, let's see what I showed y'all here. Okay. Have a great week. Great Thanksgiving. Have some turkey. Have a good week, and God bless. Take care.